I don't even know what race that we're gonna do.
I thought we were going to do the duck race for it, Chris.
Well, we've got the duck race, the emoji race, the leprechaun, or the Santa race. Because I like, there are other ones. Like there was a toy one, there was a superhero one, but if I wanted to add any more than 6 names, I had to pay, and I was like, I am not paying just for one live stream.
No. Oh, you've got somebody in the chat. It's me.
We're live, and it's just Cy in the chat right now.
Live, hiya.
Welcome, Cy.
How's Leslie? Did she have a late night? Did she get home okay and everything?
She did. Yep. Picked her up. Yeah, it was about midnight, little before 1 when we got home. So yeah, she's still on European time.
So you can tell Cy that I went and picked up some iron brew just to calm the nerves.
Oh, that was that. Claire said to me, I've left you a message in your group. I said, what are you on about?
I've got the good stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Some of them. No. Hi, fabulous.
Shabby, that's your fault that I'm a fan of those.
We're big fans of Bacos. Me and Scoob's big fans. Hey, Gerard.
Hi, Claire.
Hey! The Scottish translator is here.
Claire, I have my iron brew. I'm happy.
Jonathan. Gerard.
Lack.
I like.
The lack attack.
I'm going to apologise right now because I'm not going to be able to keep up with this chat. I know for a fact.
No.
Just do what Shabby does, wing it.
Hey, I've been nervous about doing this live stream all day. I don't know why.
Why? We've got a guest on tomorrow on your side, and even that person said she's dead nervous tomorrow, and I was like, why? Why are you nervous? Awesome.
To be honest, I kind of get where Baz is coming from, because when I used to Twitch stream, I used to get really nervous like 10, 15, 20 minutes before I was hitting the go live button. Like, I would just start sweating. I'd be like, oh, wow, what am I doing? Like, you know. Yeah. I compose myself before I hit go live.
Hey, Scuba, we've got Everton have got West Ham in 2 weeks, so I think me and Keith will have to have a chat about that. Do you know what I mean?
Everton and the ham.
Yeah, and the ham. I love that.
West Ham will batter
Everton. Typing is going to be really awkward for me because I've got something right in the way of my keyboard.
Mr. Redmond?
What's up, Jonathan? Hey, Pinky Arrow. He's in the chat.
Oh. I was just going to say, who's this guy?
Oh, God, you don't want him in your live stream.
Hey, that might be a good idea. That might be a good idea, Keith. That. Yeah, I'll set up my StreamYard. We should put it on there. And...
you can trade cuss words back and forth.
we trade cuss words for 2 hours.
Hey, Chantal.
Hey, Chantal.
I cannot.
I've actually got custom that I'm going to properly try and show off. So Chantel's still in a little bit. I think she'll like it.
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
It glows in the dark as well, Jonathan. So when the lights are off, I know where I'm going.
So Jen can track you in the middle of the night. Where are you?
So Jen could find me when I'm in the woods outside. Not that I'm in the woods outside. Yeah. That's what you do. It'd be like Morse code for an hour and a half. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey, Mark, tell Baz about your pre-ordering this week. How Jen's not happy with you.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
Well, my missus goes mad about pre-orders and so forth. She thinks I spend too much money and so forth. Well, I was sat in there and I ordered the the Battle of the Planets, the Ken the Eagle for side, and it's about $140 over here for pre-order. And then Scuba got in touch and said, "Oh, Shabby, they've got loads of Moto Origin," so I ordered them. So mine came to about 40-50, so altogether came to about $240, right? So our Jen comes flying in. The language of this woman was ridiculous. You've pre-ordered this and that. But instead of like calming her down, I just went for it. I went, "Why? What's the problem? What do you mean? What's the problem? It's only 300. It's only toys, Jen." And all that. And then I had to tell her because I thought she was going to kill me.
I had a feeling of pre-order. Because obviously, like, it was Power Week for like the Power Ranger stuff recently for their 29th anniversary. I've pre-ordered and I've bought so much Power Ranger stuff within the last like week and a half. I just looked at my bank account. I was like, I am so sorry. You just had money put into you, and now it's all been taken away from you.
Do you know what I was shocked about this week? I was shocked, really shocked about this. And my little boy saw my Bond video I made, and I realised, and he asked me if yours was the first Bond, and I said, no, Dr. No. Do you know Dr. No is 70 years old? Dr. No is 70.
No way.
1962. So that means Bond films have been going for... You don't think about it, do you? But when I sat back and I thought, bloody hell, 70 years Bond movies.
I think it's like a tradition that when you're growing up in England, you get shown all the original Bonds when you're a kid.
Yeah,
like it has to happen.
Well, same in our family.
I've always been
Same in our family. That's required.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been a Bond fan
since like diapers.
Since me and my dad watched Bond when I was a kid, I've loved every single film. And I always.
Who's your favourite Bond, Pinky? Who's your favourite?
My favourite is Timothy. I loved Timothy Dalton's Bond.
Cool.
Like, he should have had more films. The two that he done just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and yeah, they were the biggest Bond films, weren't they? Them two.
Yeah. But then they go like Pierce Brosnan was
Did you say
good Bond.
More films? More.
That's
Roger
the best
Moore.
Bond.
That was that was my Bond as a kid. Was more, in the cinema. That's who I locked in on. But then Dad made sure to go back and check out Connery, and it was like,
I didn't like George Lazenby's Bond very much.
But he had the best Bond film.
He did have the best Bond film.
Is one of the best Bond stories to me. So he only did the one. Why did he only do one?
I can't remember, but wasn't he an Australian model?
Yeah, he was the Marlboro man. He did Marlboro cigarettes. He was the model for them. And the reason he only did one site is because he didn't want to be typecast. He didn't want to be. He thought after doing Bond, his career's going to go massive, and he's going to get to do loads of stuff. So he turned it. He actually on his contract, he only made one film. That was it. Do you see what I mean? Thinking he'd go on to do everything else, and it never happened. Do you know what I mean? So.
I wonder if he regrets that. He must do. He must regret it.
Yeah, he must. But
he looked at Telly Savalas's career.
Honestly, I would give up like everything in this room in my collection to become to be a Bond, to play Bond. I would give up everything.
Peaky Bond.
Oh yeah, he would be your leading Bond girl.
I don't know.
Me.
Chris,
I think Baz would make a pretty good Bond girl.
Baz, yeah.
Just let everybody know how to enter this competition.
Yeah, let them know.
So if you want to enter the giveaway, just throw a picture on Twitter or Instagram of your toy collection and tag me in it, the Peaky Arrow, and I enter your name, or just say you want to enter into the chat and I'll enter you in.
And it's for
the hand-drawn Harley Quinn by Mr. Manga Defender. That's a mouthful as well. Manga Defender.
I use Manga Fandango because once you say it, you never forget it.
That's true. But I keep almost calling you Magna Defender from Power Rangers because it's so similar. Yes, I will agree with General Shinobi that Loga Bonnie is hot.
Yeah, they did do Bond movie marathons. Yeah,
Hey, Josh.
TV normally used to do them, didn't they? They do them like today.
Josh, Josh might make a good Bond, but it's Sith Bear. But he's Magnum Mini, so you can't really play Magnum and Bond.
He's Tom Selleck. He can't be.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Look at Keith Knight's comment there, Mark.
What's it like being the normal twin? Is there such thing as a normal twin?
Yeah, I like it.
Not with these two.
Quiet. Yeah, Bond, isn't he? You know, he is. But like Peaky, I've got a different. My favourite Bond, even though it's unpopular, is Pierce Brosnan. I thought as James Bond, he was like.
Why is that unpopular?
Yeah, it's just in that what most people go Connery, don't they, straight away? Yeah. Then they go more. But I do agree with Pete. More is the Bond for us because growing up, like all the Bond films you see, you know.
Yeah. So like obviously,
yeah.
Because I'm like a lot younger than all of you. Like when I was growing up in the 90s, Brosnan was my Bond.
Yeah,
like he was the Bond. He was the Bond when I was, when I was growing up and everything. But like again, Timothy Dalton's my favorite. I just love Timothy Dalton as an actor. Like
he's.
So that's why Brosnan is my second. He's my second Bond.
Brilliant.
Chris.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, I'm saying you shouldn't give her that.
That was funny. I remember the first because Josh used to talk to us for ages, on Twitter, on this and that, and then he came on a live stream. And I go, was it the Pally Boys? Or he came on a live stream years ago, and we were all shocked. We were like, "Bloody!" Do you remember, Pete? We're like, "Bloody hell, he's a good looking." We were all like that.
He's yeah.
I did, Josh. You know what I mean? Like, bloody hell.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah, Rick.
Mr. Reynolds.
I think the reason why Brosnan is an unpopular Bond is because he didn't play Bond how everyone else played him as like the charming ladies' man. Like that's not how Brosnan played his Bond.
I just love the campiness of Roger Moore movies, wasn't it, Pete? It was just, little things like skipping over crocodiles and the little smirks and innuendos. They were just brilliant. You know what I mean? It made, I think, what Roger Moore's Bond did, it gave it a light-hearted feel, like you're not supposed to take this seriously. Do you know what I mean? He was superb. He was a superb Bond.
Yeah. Although, who do you think the new Bond's going to be? I won't spoil the end of Bond if nobody's seen it, but I think the reason why it's ended like that is because the original Bond films now, they get a hard rap, don't they, really? They say they don't fit into today's way, they're not the way films are made. I understand it. Some of these Bonds, like you said, Mark, 70 years old. I think the best thing to do is completely remake the lot now. Just get a new Bond.
Kind of what they did That's kind of what they did with Daniel Craig's Bond anyway. That's why they started off with Casino Royale, because technically, even in the older Bonds, Casino Royale was the original Bond. That was like the very first Bond film. And then they done Dr. No. But like that's why they started off with Casino Royale and make it him like his 00 status towards the end of that is because they wanted to start again, completely rehash all the other Bonds out and start again in today's world type thing. But again, like today's world has changed a lot since they started doing Daniel Craig's Bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're right back in Cold War stuff.
But the best line I think is in Skyfall is when M says that our enemies no longer hide in the shadows, they're everywhere. Which is fitting to what hopefully this new Bond will become, because it's right. They don't hide in the shadows during the Cold War and secret organizations pop out of like thin air and stuff, It doesn't happen. It used to happen, but in today's world, it kind of doesn't.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I know no matter what with this property, I'm gonna love it. Like I never had trouble disbelief, like, oh, Timothy Dalton's Bond now. You're like, okay, cool, I'm in. What do we, you know? What's
I agree, because each Bond has brought something to the table, each one of them. So really, we all say who your favourite Bond is, but what you've just said, Pete, is 100% right. If Timothy Dalton was on a Bond movie, you're going to watch it. It's not as if, well, I won't watch that because it's Timothy Dalton. Everybody loves the Bond movie, don't they? So. I get that.
I was going to say, so I thought Claire's in the chat. I'll leave it.
I agree with Jonathan. I remember watching, well, before, in 2005, it was between Henry Cavill and Daniel Craig. They were the two front runners for Bond. And Daniel Craig got it because they thought they'll change it up a little bit. But ever since I watched Man from U.N.C.L.E. with Henry Cavill in, he would make an awesome Bond.
I've not seen that film.
Oh,
but obviously, like,
I
know Henry Cavill from obviously Superman, The Witcher series on Netflix, like you know, and he played like as a Marvel fan. Like the only thing I did like about the DC films was his Superman, because it was, you know, it was a fresh start, and he played Superman how Superman was in the comics. Like there was, I've seen it a couple of times pop up all over like Twitter and Instagram. Is that like with Henry when he was filming Man of Steel with the oil rig collapse? He wanted to save his chest for that scene. But
he used mine. He used mine. I was a stunt double. So
Superman had a hairy chest in the comics.
Did he? You seem to know a lot about Superman's hairy chest here, Chris. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm a huge comic nerd, so I just know really obscure facts about comics.
Yeah, it was Man from U.N.C.L.E. Watch it, Chris. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Is it on Netflix or like Amazon Prime or anything?
Yeah, it's about 10 years old now, so you'll get it definitely somewhere. But it's just worth a watch. But when you see when we all know that Henry Cavill, like I said before, was up for Bond, and when you see him in this movie, it makes you go, "Yeah, he did have been an awesome Bond." Hey, super awesome.
I want him to stay Superman though. Henry Cavill, I like him as Superman. He just needs a good Superman movie. That's all. Just needs something good. Because at the end of the day, we've got a good Superman. Everybody likes me Superman, but the films are terrible. You know, I'm a massive DC fan, and I can't defend it when Marvel fans say, "Oh my God, your movie's at the cinema." Yeah, you can't defend it, can you?
Well, that's the thing. So, I'm a huge Marvel fan. Like I always have, even grown up, I was more Marvel than like the Batman animated TV shows and stuff. I was more X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, all of that.
Yeah.
No, my homework isn't done, and it never will be. So, like, when people, like, obviously, like, my argument is that DC's like mainline cinema films are rubbish. Like, they can't contend with Marvel now because Marvel's been going for what, 14 years?
Yeah, about that. Well, 2008 one, it was the Hulk. Was that? Yeah, so about 14.
No, it was Iron Man 1.
Are you going to Iron Man 1? Well, that was 2008.
Iron Man 1. We don't count the terrible CGI Hulk. We don't count it. Starts with Iron Man 1. Yeah, about 14 years now. It must be. Like, so now DC can't compete with that because it's been going so long and they've set this universe out in stone from the beginning. If DC tried to do it, they've tried to do it and it hasn't worked because they've tried to compete with Marvel too quickly and it flopped. But DC's animated films, like, you know, all of the Injustice one they've done, like the Death of the Family, the Killing Joke, all of those ones, they're made for like us, like adult audiences, because they're so gory, they're bloody, they got cuss words in, like, you know, those are really good. But then Marvel also make good TV shows like The Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones. They're all really good. So like DC has one good thing, whereas Marvel, because they've set this whole universe up, they've got like, you know, a big folder full, whereas DC only have a page. Peaky not got a post office to knock. Come on. That's tomorrow's job, okay? I've got my
Oh,
suit is
man.
ready to be put on before I go knock off a post office.
I wonder what he meant. I was reading it and I looked up and I realised. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Steve. Brilliant.
Chris is just all these jokes because in our Discord, we always say that he's kind of a small person.
Bloody hell. Do you still have
I'm not even that sure. I'm fine with God's sake.
Discord? I haven't heard of Discord for ages. I remember Hollow Chronicles got Discord, didn't they, as well? They've got a Discord, but I didn't know what Discord is. I was like, what the France is this? I have no idea.
It's kind of like, what would you say, Chris? It's kind of like Facebook, isn't it? That you can kind of interact.
Discord was mainly made. Discord was made for the PC gaming community, so they could talk on voice call and like text chat and everything like that in game. And then it's just kind of evolved from like just for PC gamers to like now like more or less everybody uses Discord.
The best Batman film ever made, Batman Returns.
Yep.
Love
Just
Batman.
like, I've now gone right to the beginning of the chat and like scrolling slowly in case anybody is wanting to enter the giveaway, so I can like read it all.
I can.
Hey, is Batman Returns your favourite one? Because Pee-wee's at the start of it. Do you know what I mean? Good old Paul Rubens, the Penguin's dad, doesn't he? So,
well, the thing is with me, it gets to like Christopher Nolan's Batman. I remember years ago, Frank Miller was asked about The Dark Knight Returns, and he was asked about the success of it, and he said, you know, your book, The Dark Knight Returns, probably outside of The Killing Joke,
It's a brick.
the biggest selling Batman comic book there's ever been.
Yeah.
What do you think? And he said he wished he hadn't have done it. And he said the reason why is because since the day that he wrote Dark Knight Returns, the Batman has always been down that gloomy, moody, dark. It's never been fun again. It was never ever going to be Batman 66 again. So in that sort of sense, I don't like it when like you get the Nolan Batman films are brilliant, but they're too serious for me. I don't like this. Let's bring him in the real world. Don't call the Catwoman. Don't call him the Riddler. I don't like that sort of thing. I like fantasy comic books in movies, and to me, Batman Returns is the closest to Batman in the comics. It was this.
what do you mean? Too serious or too realistic?
Well, it's like I said, you know, when they give Batman and he's got all this armor in it, he's ninja skills in the comic books. He didn't need all that armor and stuff, and just like the way that you bring Catwoman in, but they don't call her Catwoman. Do you know what I mean? And they said it in like a real world, and all the things he has have to like really work. And it's, I don't know. It's just
the one thing I'll hands up put is that I watched the Batman with Robert Pattinson, and that was what Batman should be. He was a detective in that film.
Yeah,
which is what Batman is always like. It's kind of what like, that's why DC is called DC, because it's detective comics.
Yeah,
which kind of brought Batman kind of back to his original root as a crime-solving detective.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You know that's the like I
still need to watch it.
I kind of contradict myself as a Marvel fan, but there is a couple of DC things that I love. Like I loved the Arrow CW show. Like I worshipped that show.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and when that I kind of feel like when the Arrow ended, the CW kind of like their shows that's when they started going downhill. Like the Flash, like I stopped watching the Flash like 4 seasons ago because they can't make Iris, so just a damsel in distress every season. Like, oh no, we got to rescue Iris once again. Like that's just getting a little bit boring. You know. But,
it was.
You know,
I enjoyed the Batman. I knew he was going to do a good job because I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, the kid from Twilight," and I thought, well, first of all, he's 33 and he's made 10 times better stuff than the Twilight throughout his career. And if you see his independent movies, you think, "Oh, he's going to make a great," and he was a great Batman.
There's one other. Neither. There's one other Robert Pattinson movie that I like other than Batman, and that's Remember Me, where it's a rom-com type film, but it's his dad works in the World Trade Center, and he goes to at the end of the film. It is like when the planes hit the towers, and like
you ruined the film. You just spoiled it.
Sorry, this film is like 20 years old at this point. Okay, this was like one of his first big films after Twilight. But it's a really good film because you kind of see a different side to Robert Pattinson than what you did in Twilight.
Exactly.
That's the same thing with the Batman. Like, you can't. People say like Robert Downey Jr. The one thing, the films that you constantly think Downey Jr. of is Iron Man, but he's been in he had a career before Iron Man. Yeah, all right, that was when he was an alcoholic and a drug user. But like he has had other projects like throughout, like Tropic Thunder, for God's sake, is a classic. It's such a good film, and people don't realize it's Robert Downey Jr. in that film.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
it's very good.
That's in it, but he made that just after Iron Man 1.
I've never seen it.
Twilight. Team Edward.
Are they any good? The Twilight. Have any of you ever seen the Twilight movies? I was going to say, Claire's bound to make you watch him, Si. She'll love all that rubbish, won't she?
I've never seen it. I'll put my hand up and say I've watched Twilight. I've watched all the Twilight films, but I only say I watched them because I was going out with a girl at the time who was obsessed with them.
I mean, are they good? But seriously, are they good movies, Chris? Are they good films?
I kind of had to watch them. If I wanted to get anywhere in that relationship, I had to watch Twilight.
They were required.
Yeah, it was a clause in the relationship agreement that I had to watch Twilight.
The Phantom would make a good remake now. That would be good luck. I agree with that.
Oh, Darkman. Darkman was quality. I love Darkman. Great film.
I liked The Shadow because it was done like, do you remember? It was done like 300. I mean, like Sin City, The Shadow, and I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah.
Sin City is a phenomenal film. I loved Sin City. I never saw the second one.
Didn't do so popular, the second one, did it? The first one was all over, but the second one...
I don't think it did that very well. I don't hear many people talk about the second one, but people constantly bring up the first one.
What do you think about this rumor that Jamie Foxx is supposed to be playing Spawn, isn't he? There's a new Spawn movie coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't watch Spawn.
First one, I just couldn't get into it, mate. It was like I just couldn't get into it.
I physically can't watch Spawn because I have a clown phobia.
You have a clown phobia? Oh, you're as bad as him with bloody talking animals. Here's another one, clown phobia.
So my clown phobia is because I watched the original It from the 90s when I was 5. And since then, I've been petrified of clowns. I just can't do them. Like, it's a big note from me. That ruined clowns for life.
Blame you.
I'll tell you what, for a TV movie,
that was Poltergeist for me when I was like 7.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen it, Scuba. Never seen it.
One of my first jobs was a McDonald's, and whenever Ronald McDonald would visit, I would call in sick. Like the day, if I was on shift, if I was working, the day Ronald McDonald was going to be visiting, I would call in sick. I wouldn't go in.
Right, boss, thanks for having me. See you later. No, it's a real thing then, is it, clown phobia? Is it how a lot of people suffer from it, don't they? Like
Johnny Depp has a phobia of clowns.
Well, he married one.
Yeah, he did.
I just almost like full on spit my drink out to that. Jesus Christ.
Did you watch some of that court thing? That was crazy.
Watched it all. I tell you what, I was glued. It was like watching Star Wars again. I couldn't stop watching it.
She's like a beautiful Disney stepmother, isn't she? Where she's
it was awesome.
She's underneath, she's pure evil.
I think her best acting was done in that courtroom.
Oh man, I don't know what it was.
Especially the bit when she says, "Oh my dog stepped on a bean."
It was the best dramatic theatre ever. I couldn't stop watching it. I was glued to it.
Hey, they're all talking about that. That's a film, Mark. Do you ever see that, Mark? Falling Down.
No, is that Michael Douglas where he loses it and goes all around? Yeah, I've seen it. I like that film. Yeah,
great film, that one.
Howard the Duck, that film. That film is just
Great film.
cheesy guidance.
Weird,
Oh,
isn't it?
great.
It is weird.
Leah Thompson in that.
Well, yeah. And if she slept with a duck,
I know-
anyone could have had that.
I know the Howard the Duck movie. I
I mean, if
know
a
like,
woman
people don't like it, but I love that movie. I love
Oh,
it.
did you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
If a woman sleeps with a duck, there's hope for us all.
Street saying things went afoul. But
I got it, Pete. I got it.
thank you, Si.
Oh.
Big on.
And lack, that's disturbing.
Vagon. I just followed Vagon on Twitter.
Hey, there they go. There
Yes,
go.
it is. Yeah, Brian, it's colophobia.
It's called Miserable. Oh. Well,
There you go. Claire loved that though. All that she was glued to it. She thought it was Neighbours or something. EastEnders. She loved that court case.
Yeah, I
Is
was
this
constantly watching it.
Like the phrase that Claire's just put up, it's like when I heard that, I think I actually just about pissed myself with laughter. I laughed at so
It
much.
became a meme. Like it became a meme. Like direct. Like literally, like not even 5 minutes after she said it.
I know. It's great. And everyone going, my dog, I just fell out of a tree. I think I've hurt my knee. And then she called the end. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, no, Claire.
Should we get round to any show offs that we've picked up this week? Any toys?
Yeah, picked up a few.
Yeah.
Toys.
Let's go.
You guys
I'll
collect
start.
toys?
'Cause I've got-
One or two.
I'll start. Oh Jesus, my face is too big. So I managed to pick up it's a bit broken, but I got a Beast Morpher for a $5.
Mint.
What's that, Chris? What is it?
It's a Morpher from Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Oh, right.
It's literally missing a little bit that pops out of there and the key to like activate it, but it was a $5. I was like, I can't pass that down. A bit late to the ball game with this figure, but I managed to get the Zeo Gold Lightning Collection figure. I needed that for my collection.
Is that one no harder one to find, Chris?
Huh?
The Zeo Gold, is that not a harder one to find? Or one of the expensive ones, or is that a new release?
No, this cost me £50. I had to get this from like a private seller on Amazon because I couldn't get it anywhere else. And then
Sometimes you got to do it.
Over on my desk. I managed to get myself a nice bit of Lego. So I got the Lego set comes with that, and then 3 minifigs. So it comes with a Wong, a Doctor Strange, and America Chavez. And I've just tested out my my Gundam markers on the cape for this one, and they work. So I'm going to turn this cape blue, for like the blue cape version of Doctor Strange from Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll have a variant basically, and then to finish off my collection, I'm so scared I'm going to drop this. I got the
oh yeah, lovely. I've been looking at that.
Good.
I've been looking at that this week.
The detail is just
Massive.
amazing.
Yeah, now you've got it in your hands. That is bigger than I thought. I thought it was a lot smaller than that.
Yeah, I was really worried by looking at the pictures, but like actually, like
Yeah.
while I was building it, and yeah,
3 stories.
Oh,
I
think it's
saw it at
behind it.
Target and I kind of went, because it just didn't look that big via the advertising on the box. But
Yeah, it's nice that. Yeah. Weird.
I'm gonna move it away from my desk so I don't knock it off.
cool.
Rear Window is my favourite. I love Rear Window.
But yeah, no, that took me I did it over the course of 3 days. So I basically did a story each day. It only took me like, I think in total 6 hours to build. So it wasn't too bad.
That's
Are
quick.
those superhero jammies? Well, the Marvel lounge pants. And I've
Nice to
got
see you come dressed for the occasion. Nice to see that you've come dressed for the occasion.
I've got to rep my own merch as well. The PPL.
Nice.
Hey, are you flipping us off?
I was a little bit, yeah, just a little bit, and the mass amount of Power Rangers behind me. But yeah,
Awesome.
that's pretty much all I've managed to get this week. I have got more stuff coming, but because of the postal strikes, it's delayed.
Yeah. Same as me, yeah. Same as me, that.
Right, I'm waiting on so much. I'm waiting on like 4 more figures that have, because of the postal strikes, have been delayed. So I don't know when I'm going to get them. But
Yeah. But I'm glad you shown that sanctuary off because I was the same. I saw it in the photos and I thought, that looks tiny, that. But it's not as small as what you think, is it?
Yeah, I'd seen like pictures of people having it in like their collection, but you can't always tell the size in just a picture, like, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't have a Lego store near me that would have one like built on display for me to go and look at.
But seeing it next to the Daily Bugle, you're like, okay, that's legit.
Yeah, it's gonna. I need to figure out a little bit more of the placement. Like, I don't know whether to have it right next to the Bugle or like have a space in between. And then I need to play around with all my minifigures that I've got dotted around it because I need to like actually make my multiversal battle.
Yeah.
So,
Leave a little bit of room just for that battle space. That would be cool.
Well, I'm going to the Lego store in September, so I'm going to be hitting the pick-a-brick wall. So I might make like a road going in between the 2 buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can obviously with that road, I can then have like a battle going on in the road and like across both the buildings. And
do you hear angelic choruses when you see the pick a brick wall? Because I do. I walk in and
I've never been to a Lego store. I've never been into a Lego store.
Even the small Lego stores are still pretty doggone exciting.
Well, the
massive ones are.
I'm going to the newly reopened Leicester Square store in September. Oh. So I'm going to be hitting all 3 floors of Lego, and I honestly don't know if I'll make it out alive. I may have to live there.
Chris, your bank's going to not like you. Your wallet's not going to like you, mate. Trust me.
I believe though, I can't spend all my money in the Lego store. I'm there for a weekend, so whatever I buy, I have to try and get back and take to a convention with me. And get back on the train. So I can't buy big sets. I've got to buy stuff that will fit into my rucksack, and that's it.
They're more than happy to ship it home for you. Just it's a service. Just let them know.
You do not. We're
enablers. Don't.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Hey, Baz, have you ever been to that Lego shop in Livingston, in the big Livingston Mall?
No, but I heard there was one there. I've not been to Livingston for a few months, but I'm hoping to go there soon because there's another like collector shop opened up in Livingston as well that I want to go to at some point as well.
Yeah, I love going to Livingston for shopping. Livingston's mint, isn't it, though, for shopping? She's got like a giant mall and then a giant outlet, and they're all just as one, aren't they? But there's a Lego shop in there that's really good.
Well, in the designer part, that's where this seemingly new collector shop is.
Right, yeah.
I was talking to one of the guys at my work, and he's like, because he's into Star Wars as well, so we always kind of talk about Star Wars kind of stuff, and he was like, oh, you should get yourself out of Livingston at some point. I says, well, I'm hopefully going out there in October.
Yeah.
So, but if you've gone to Livingston, you know yourself, you need to be there quite early to get your car parked because it fills up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a nice place, though. Nice. Every time I go to the arcade, we always end up in Livingston.
Oh, Livingston's, you can spend hours in there, man.
Yeah.
Easy. Well, who wants to go next on their toy haul?
I will. I've been getting. Well, I got a biker scout off Connor Fuller this week. It was a site of collectibles, but I've not got that to show because I've got it cased, so I've not brought that down. But I've got these this week. First of all, I got this.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Well, me and Claire are trying to get like all the Halloween stuff up because we're making a haunted house. So I ended up getting that, which I think is really cool.
oh, that is amazing. They're
Cool
the
and
ones, right?
creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool, aren't
Turkey
they?
baster.
But the faces are brilliant.
Are they NECA?
Yeah, they're necker then, Chris, yeah. And at the back, like, it's just, you can just shows you the different edge you get with them.
You can hear Jennifer Tilly's voice.
You really, yeah, you really can.
And then this really, really nice man took another really nice man to Joe Fest in America and ended up getting me this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Look at that beast.
We couldn't not get you that,
I love the speeder bike.
Mr. Barker and I.
And one thing you and Chris will be happy with, I've been trying to collect these in. Again, like what you said about the post, it's supposed to be here today, so I've got the other two coming tomorrow, but I've been collecting these in, which I really like them.
It's SPD. So the thing about my collection is that when I started collecting the Lightning collection, I was slowly going for villains because I've got a Megazord collection. I was like, the villains will go well with the Megazords.
Yeah.
And then it slowly descended into Red Rangers and then Blue Rangers. And now I'm making a 6th and Auxiliary Ranger shelf. So like all the additional Rangers per season. So like my collection's just growing more than what I expected it to. And
But I've seen them all over. I mean, I picked that up for quite cheap. That one cost me a tenner. But then I saw some in TK Maxx for 14. But I've ordered the red and blue one online for $7. Yeah, for $7.99. I got the red and blue for that. Yeah, so they're all a bit all over the show at the moment, aren't they?
I've still got the only ones upside next to the rest of them.
They were dear when they came out. Were they not dear then? Because I remember seeing them in Smiths and thinking they're a bit dear for them.
They were between 20 to 25 quid in some places now.
Yeah,
They've come down a lot, haven't they?
I refuse to buy from Hasbro directly anymore because the amount of times I've bought from Hasbro and they've cancelled my order when it's about to ship, and then I've had to get the money back. So I've kind of I refuse to order from Hasbro now. Now
Really?
I just go directly I go to In Demand Toys or Comics and Cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
And
them.
if I can't get the figures off of there, I check eBay, I check Amazon, and then if I can't get it there, I go straight onto AliExpress to get a Chinese one.
Well, I've got some coming from Hasbro tomorrow, which is the Megatron His Tank. So that'll be it tomorrow. So I can't wait to get that.
That's gonna be cool.
I just can't trust Hasbro with placing an order anymore because the amount of times I've placed them, like I said, they've cancelled it. They've taken the payment and then cancelled the orders. So then I've got to wait for my money to go back into my bank and everything. I'm just like, do you know what? I can't be bothered with digging that anymore. I'll just go with someone else.
Yeah.
I know Hasbro are going to get the money
that's
anyway. I know Hasbro are going to get the money one way or another, but I just want figures. I just want toys.
Yeah.
He's addicted, man. He's addicted to that plastic crack.
Right, Salacious Rum. He's addicted to that, isn't he?
It's a
No, I think that's something else.
addiction. Pre-sales does kind of kill the fun. We talk about that all the time.
I think my stuff might take a little bit longer, so I'll let you guys decide if you want to do next.
We'll leave Baz till last.
Shabby?
Do you want to go, Pete? Oh, I'll go, yeah. Right,
Sure.
well,
Yeah, you want to
I've
go?
got a couple of things. Yeah. Well, I know what you've got, Pete, so we'll save that. Do you know what I mean? But this is what.
I seen your video for that. Yes. Was it
Yeah, it's on the video now on the Shabby Geek channel if you'd like to watch it. But look at this. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, that is one sexy car.
It really is. I mean,
Yep.
I couldn't believe it when he sent. I had no idea, like I said in my video, which is on the Shabby Geek channel if you'd like to watch it.
Hashtag shameless plug.
Unbelievable. Well, I'm not. It's not really a shameless plug, but I would say it was probably the greatest video on YouTube this year. And if you haven't seen it, then, and then the other thing buying all. Well, you can see behind me all the Origins right there, which we're big fans of. And then I thought I'd like to get into Masterverse, but I liked the Revelation show, but it didn't stick with me 100%. So I thought, maybe. But now Amazon are basically putting them all on sale, so I've been buying them all. So I've got Beastman.
Oh, I'm looking for that Beastman because I think that's a better one than the original one.
It is. Well, now they're coming to the new Eternia line. They're doing She-Ra and new Eternia, and so I'm massive on that. I got the Viking looking like the Mark Taylor concept art of Skeletor from new Eternia, which is
nice.
really nice. Yeah,
That's cool.
really cool. The He-Man looks even cooler, Peter. Look at this bad boy with a Viking hat on.
It's a barbarian.
Yeah, so I got that.
Nice.
And then Faker was only $13-14 on Amazon, so I got Faker.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
That's
and then
nice. Yeah.
today, I got one more yesterday, which is that one. The Oakland
That Orcos.
Station. Well, you know, I love Origins, and me and Lucy, but I thought me and Lucy will start doing these now. So we're starting to get more of these Masterverse and see what they're like. So yeah, we're opening all them. That's what I got.
Very nice.
There we go.
Well, I guess it's to me.
Oh,
I
I
might
can't
wait
wait
a
for
little
this.
bit longer for my stuff.
Okay, so I got a kind of a job lot of Batman that I shared with Cy and a few other people. But in the bottom of the box, rolling around, I'm not even kidding. This is a cautionary tale. Make sure you open those flaps and cardboard boxes that you get at your boot sales or job lots, because in the bottom was a vintage Kenner Millennium Falcon training ball with a little bit of string still attached. Yeah, how ridiculous is that?
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, I better check these flaps under here. And I was like, what the France? And I'm like, no way. I came running upstairs. Les, look. And she's like,
so cool.
And I'm like, it's a training ball. You know. And it's been a Action Force kind of week.
Nice.
I did my shadow track.
Very nice.
Now, did that vehicle come out for G.I. Joe as well?
Nope. This is strictly
That was just
Palatoy goodness.
Right.
And with this one, I also got the box because, you know, I'm a sucker for box art. So gorgeous.
That box is in good condition, Pete.
Yeah. Very good, Nick, as you would say. And then I got from a buddy of mine down south, a Sky Patrol Shark from G.I. Joe. It's the chrome-plated version. It's missing the fins, but it was a gift.
Just look at the chrome.
And,
boy, that chrome is so cool.
Chrome awesomeness. Yeah.
Looks like a Premier League footballer's motor.
Yeah, it does.
Another cautionary tale, and the fact that I was not patient. I thought that I had missed out on this guy, a little Wondar. So I broke down and I went on eBay. That's right. And
tell him how much you paid, Scoops. How much did you pay?
with shipping $53 like an idiot. And now they're coming back and doing them again. So let me be a lesson to you out there. Be even more patient than you think you should be. Yeah, you can pick this guy up later in the month, or at least pre-order it. Order with Mattel for what was it, $15-16. So
You could have bought Mickey's Power Rangers for that.
Right, and then I'm in the process of unboxing this, but I will show you just a sample. It's Eternian. It's finally here.
That's awesome.
So
That's
this is
awesome.
part of the Snake Mountain Tower. I mean, look at the molding on there. The dagger and the snake. Got the skeleton up there. But yeah, this has a snake head to it. But I have 2 giant boxes just off screen, and I'm in the middle of filming that for a video on our channel. Chasing 80s toys.
Nice, Pete, nice.
I learned it from you, Shabby.
Well, you know.
And then right up there, that's probably one of my newer acquisitions. That is a fan-made Cobra Viper glider. So it's much thicker cardstock than the original Muy Fragile foam that they were made out of. I know I've talked to Andy at Hollow Chronicles, and I think he said he broke, like a half dozen of those in a few weeks as a kid. But that one's just meant to be displayed. So
cool.
That's my pickup.
Awesome, Pete. Awesome.
I like when Andy did that Millennium Falcon and he's customized it, sprayed it all gold and put that light behind it. That looks brilliant now.
Yeah, it's a wall sconce. That was a great
really
use of a beat up Falcon.
Because they'll always be cool, them things. I did it years ago. I had a few boom boxes, ghetto blasters. And I've kept a few of them from like being a kid, but a few of them I sprayed up, and I sprayed one all black, one I completely graffiti-iced, put all graffiti writing on it and everything. Things turn into that, don't they?
Everyone's got their channel. I'm just gonna go ahead and plug mine, so you can see more of my collection and everything else that I have to offer at youtube.com/the Peaky Arrow.
There you go.
There you go.
Help me reach 500 subs by December, and I'll get my logo tattooed on me.
Yeah.
If I reach 500 by December, I'm gonna get my logo tattooed.
Actually, can we pick where you put it?
No.
I know where that arrow's pointing.
I was kind of thinking like here, like going along right.
Not a tramp stamp.
I was just like, you remember the movie Down Periscope, Shabby?
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't remember who's in it, but he's got his tallywhacker from tattooed, and it's got "Welcome aboard."
Yeah, no, I would.
Great submarine.
I would never get that tattooed. No way.
What the England? Yeah.
My channel is not on YouTube. My content isn't safe for kids because I swear in quite a few of my videos.
Hopefully, I'll start with the chat. So.
You're doing a good job of that. You're doing a good job with it.
Yep.
But we're now going to be here for about 6 years, so I'm just going to get my cherry bake while I enjoy the show.
So I picked this box up for free off of Facebook.
Right, for free.
For free. There's not a lot to me. There is a couple of good things, but everybody has their own opinions on stuff. So. The only reason I kind of picked this box up was because I've been looking for these guys for a while for a decent price, and I can never find them for like under 30 quid.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Megatron. Never find them for. And then there was also Bumblebee was in here as well.
Cool.
Nice.
And because we're all talking Power Rangers, this was in here as well. This is what kind of intrigued me because I was hoping the rest of the Zord was in here.
This has already been a good free box.
Couple of Lord of the Rings figures as well that was in here.
Oh, timely.
This cool, awesome guy. Let's see if anybody recognizes this.
No, I haven't a clue. What is it?
Do you ever watch what was the name of the film again? Warriors of Virtue.
No, never even heard of it, Baz.
This is probably like the 10th time I've got this guy, so I've got quite a few of these. But
Your army building him.
I don't know. I mean, when the movie came out, we had a shop over here called Pound Stretchers that was selling these for like £1 a figure back in the day, and I picked everything up that was in it, and then I sold them like a silly idiot. Now I'm just trying to get them back. So I'm for the kangaroo guys. I'm only missing one guy, and I think I'm missing 2 of the bad guys and then another good guy, and then I've kind of got them all back. Zoid, it looks like it's missing its.
Cool.
Probably the stuff will go to my nieces and nephews, because there was like Sylvanian families in here as well.
Oh, don't let usual Mike see them. He loves his Slovenian families, usual Mike.
And then we have a Paddington.
Paddington.
Some more Transformers. I think that's like a one-step changer. And then it's like a Lego Transformer as well. Ian in the chat would probably like this.
Oh, hello.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Thunderbirds.
No, I thought that was Joe Knight, wasn't it? SPV was
I thought that was
Captain Scarlet. Sorry,
That's Captain Scarlet.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
Captain
it?
Scarlet.
Yeah, I was going to say they look very Captain Scarlet like.
yeah.
I've already got this guy, so this one will probably go to my nephew because he's starting to pick up Transformers.
What's that? Oh, that's a Transformer? Okay.
Yeah,
My
it's
Transformer knowledge is severely
movie Laserbeak.
lacking.
Not the best looking figure. Vintage turtle.
Nice.
Oh, I had those turtles.
Sergeant Slaughter was in
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Old school. Yeah, the Hasbro ones.
We have
Listen
the
up,
King of
Megas.
the White Walkers. Some Doctor Who figures.
Cool.
Little Care Bear.
Cool.
Oh.
If you like that.
Anybody scared of spiders?
Nope, just clowns.
Yeah, oi, you.
This will probably go to my nephew as well.
Oh, you.
Generation. I think it's Generation Rex. I think that's what his name is. And then there's some vehicles in here as well that will probably go to the nephew. Some knockoff soldiers as well.
That looks like a Call of Duty figure.
I thought this was kind of cool.
What's that
like
from?
in the mornings.
Ghostbusters.
No, I don't know
Looks
what
like
this is from.
Hotel Transylvania kind of thing.
Yeah, just kind of when I was going through the box earlier on just to see what was in it.
That's what happens to Baz when he doesn't get any iron brew.
he morphs. Is that the Bluesmobile?
Well, this is from Jack's. So I'm not too sure what that actually is. I'll need to do some research.
Where's Keith Knight? He'll know it.
Yeah.
Our matey.
That looks like a Sea of Thieves figure. That's Skeleton Captain. That pirate one.
And as I say, there's more of these that'll probably go to my niece because she loves those kind of things.
They sell for quite a bit as well. The Sylvanian family.
I can't believe you got that for free.
When I seen it on Facebook for free, it's like, oh, I'm just going to pick up.
Yeah,
It's
no-brainer.
a gamble.
Heck yeah.
There was a couple of things that kind of like the Transformers and the Power Ranger thing. That's what kind of free. I mean, you can't grumble. And then the best buy from last weekend was this guy.
Slick.
And he also comes with his robot, but I'm always petrified to open this up just in case I break it. And then Shabby waiting showed on Twitter that he managed to pick up the Knight Rider car for Hot Wheels.
Right.
But I've went and found the concept art version of him.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. That's cool too.
Cool.
And then today I picked up this beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't resist it. It's like it's £3 at bed stretchers, eh? So I was like, I'm buying that.
You make a brew in that, you'll take your hand.
Right? Yeah. Got to give it wide berth.
And then some other little bits I got at the weekend. I got some more G1 Transformers apart from the GoBot.
Nice.
And then I went to Asda's, and Asda's are selling these for £1 now. So I got a Catwoman. So Shanti will probably be happy.
Oh, it cost me £6 that one. $5.99 it cost me.
Well,
oh no!
it was like Action Pop Dad. He was saying about the retro collections that his asses were selling them for £3. So I've been checking them, but they've not been reduced up here yet. So when
it's funny, I went in and I bought that symbiote Spider-Man, and that cost me £3. But then I went in the other day and I bought Wolverine, and that cost me 14. Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get the other two so I can complete King Shark.
Well, that's what I'm after. The
cool.
one with the helmet on. It's the one with the helmet on that I can't seem to find.
See, a couple of weeks ago, I was in B&M's, and B&M's did have him with his helmet, and I walked away from it, and I wished I didn't, because when I went,
they're the odd ones.
I come here and it's like, it's King Shark. I says, that's one of the bolder figures I want to get. Because I ain't paying for the release, the full release version side, because they weren't like £40 for it.
Yeah.
When it come out at £25. So I went back, and the only one I had left was like the unmasked 2, so I just picked them up. But if I come across, I'll keep checking. If I come across the headed ones, I'll give you a shout, man.
Yeah, it's the one with the mask on I'm after. Just can't seem to find it.
And then the other bits I'm going to show off is that I'm a mid Shadow was his got me custom
time.
So
oh, look at that.
I've got a Death Trooper Catwoman to go with my Harley Quinn.
That looks really good, that.
That's cool.
And then for like shits and giggles, I'm going to do a Power Ranger Harley Quinn as well.
Yeah, man.
Heck yeah. Love it.
I mean, you've got enough Harley Quinn figures to do that with.
Well, that was funny enough, Chris, because I've actually picked up a spare Harley Quinn at the weekend, so I basically just took the head and shoved it on that.
Yeah.
And I was going through manuals, and I know Scuba Pete loves Action Force, but I wanted to show that off.
Ooh, one of the annuals. Oh, very cool.
It's actually not too bad as well, man, for the age yet.
Flint and Destro. Oh, that is awesome. Blam.
And another thing, I think I showed these off last week, but I'm going to try doing reviews on the channel as well. So I've got these just for a test, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Jurassic Park World ones, yeah.
Yeah, these were in Aldi's. Aldi's was selling these for like £3 or something, so I picked them up.
Really?
Just to have a wee kind of look.
Can't pass up a $3 dino.
Well, I've already got like the original blue that come out when the new Jurassic Park world come out. So I want to kind of see what the difference is between the two. Because usually when you get these ones, these are like the Titan class, what they would cry. Because you get you get the Marvel and the DC versions. They're just like the Titan version, like the 14, 12-inch figures, but they've reduced them down to 6. So I don't know if they're in the kind of same scale, like that it's only the arms that will move or the legs are in solid piece. But for £3, I couldn't really. You can't say no, man.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I think you've got to be. It's like in the Mazdas. Like I said, I went in. I got the symbiote Spider-Man. That cost me £3, and then the Wolverine cost me 14. So I was like, a bit of a price difference there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Been all over because
I'm going to go to Game. I don't know if you've got a Game near your side, but Game at the minute has got a lot of good sales on.
Yeah, they put them in Sports Direct now. Is yours in Sports Direct?
No, we've got our own. We've got like a.
When you go into Blackpool, if you go into Sports Direct, they've got 3 floors of it, and Games on the top floor in there.
Because that's where I got like my Power Ranger. These ones was for Game. I went in the week before, they were selling them for 20, and then I went in the following week and had them reduced to 7.99.
Yeah, it's good for that, isn't it, Game? Yeah. I always forget about going in there.
Because
Like
they've got a lot of their Marvel figures are got like really cheap prices on them.
Yeah.
Because I'm crossing my fingers that when I go this weekend, they've got a lot of the Revelation figures in, and they haven't really been moving.
TK Maxx, I've just bought a load in TK Maxx, really cheap as well.
They've not been selling, so usually when if they don't sell, they end up reducing. So I'm hoping over the next couple of weeks I can maybe pick up Scareglow, because I really want that Scareglow.
Cool.
I've just been. Trying TK Maxx. I've just got it from TK Maxx about 2 days ago.
I'm going there tomorrow, so I'm going to have a look, because Dave was telling me before he went on holiday that they had these He-Man figures in for like £6 or something.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
And I had like the Power Rangers, like the Lightning Collection, like the Rangers were like £14, and I think the Monsters were like £20 or something. So I'm going to get a wee bash from on, see what goodness I can find.
Cool.
Oh, look at Nick's comment there, Mark. I want to come to Blackpool again. It's been too long.
I do apologise. I've lost track of this.
We'll go up this
DTM, yeah. Hey, DTM.
Yay. What's up, DTM? G-Force.
G-Force, yeah. Loads of people have turned up. Awesome. Brilliant afternoon.
I'm going to try to see if I can catch up with this chat, because I've kind of lost my place.
Shabby, does your Target ever do markdowns? Because mine never does. I feel like
Right.
I live in the land of full-price Target.
You watch Thousands Ghost, you watch Steve-O at Collecting Star Wars, even G-Force, and they go into these Targets and they see all this stuff like $8, $9 clearance, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm like,
mine never has.
wow.
It drives me insane. So I'll fly up to my Target and there'll be like an American deal. And I'm like, well, I don't want that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I know what you mean. It always makes me laugh that. Although our Walmart, well, not our Walmart, the Walmart in Sanford, that usually has good deals in there. But they haven't done many for toys recently. But yeah, it's like which is, I think it's 1,000. One of them goes, there's always Lego on clearance. And I'm like, I've never seen Lego.
I swear my Target must have a store policy of, is it a toy? Yeah. You never mark it down ever.
Don't put it down. Keep it. Shabby and Scuba are coming. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know what I mean?
When I seen the Thousand Ghosts haul that he got at Target, I was like, when he was showing off like the Power Ranger stuff that he was getting in for like $6, I was like, I wish we in the UK, I wish we had like a store like that you could go to and pick stuff up like that.
They are getting fuller though. If you're watching Steve-O's videos, you'll see that they are getting fuller. The toys are coming back. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe it's because
it's over the last month or so, and some of the shops that I usually go to for toys, they are getting some of the stuff that they should have got last year, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, in my area, like the town I live in, the only decent toy shop I've got, I say decent, semi-decent, is the Entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
we don't have one here.
Nothing in there that I collect. That they don't sell Power Ranger figures. They don't really sell Lego in the store.
Well, Chris, have you been on Entertainer lately?
No, I refuse to go in it.
No, because they're now doing the Lightning Collection. They've got all the new waves coming in. All the ones that some of the ones.
Do you want to make my bank hate me even more?
And for anybody that's in the UK that are trying to collect G.I. Joe classified figures, they're also getting them in as well.
Nice.
I was having a look through the website today just to have a glance, because sometimes the Entertainer that we've got is just a small one. If you want to go to the Entertainer, you're better going to Livingston, like what Si said, because that's a big, massive one. But I've noticed they've got a lot of G.I. Joe figures, and they're even selling Snake with his Wolf Companion. I'm kind of tempted to get that one.
Baz, are you going to get the Chania playset, the new Moltroids? All right, so you can get it in the United Kingdom, then you'll be able to order it from Metal Creations. That's not a problem.
I need to look into it, but I'm hoping I can get one because
Yeah, that's the only thing. 'Cause
I'm going to put it up there next to Castle Grayskull, and hopefully we'll get Snake Mountain at some point as well, just to
Yeah,
finish it up.
Pete's going to have about 2 or 3 of them once he's finished. The you know what I mean? He's going to look like it. He's going to look like the Attorney of Villains as well.
Welcome to Eternia Land.
It's one playset.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's one playset I've always wanted as a kid. We never really got them over here that often, and when that got released, that they were doing the dinner, then that was kind of sold to me.
Yeah,
straight away.
They've changed the way they're doing pre-order.
That thing you just saw then, that Snake Mountain, and you said there's like 3 bits of it. So what's the other bit? Is it like a Castle Grayskull? Snake Mountain, and then like
there's so in the center is the giant kind of castle rampart area with a big lion's mouth and claws coming out that actually are articulated, and then you've got Snake Mountain nod tower that I just showed you this way, and then on this side is kind of the nod to Castle Grayskull, and then the monorail connects all 3.
It's to divide the good and evil of Eternia side. Do you know what I mean? Good on one side, evil on the other.
Just like you said, like I just do not remember that Eternia playset or anything. I don't think it was that popular over here, was it really? I don't know.
It came out really late. It came out at the end. Basically, it's Mattel's Motu's version of the last 17. Do you see what I mean? It came out late, and it was expensive back then. And you know, then toys weren't looked on as all collected. It was what mum and dads were buying for their kids. Do you see what I mean? So you saw that. Yeah. That's why I've just watched a really good documentary on Sectars, and it was awesome. And they said the same thing. It was. And they were saying that the designers and so forth for Sectars side, and what they said was the reason it failed after 2 years, that's all Sectars went for, 2 years, because it was too expensive. So mum and dads are going down the aisle where Star Wars is, Motu is, this and that. No one was picking up Sectars because it was like $10 to $15 more than everything else.
Yeah, because they were like 7-inch figures.
Exactly right. They said that Sectars would have done better nowadays with toy collectors than it would back then, because really, you know, at the time, to play with, weren't they?
Of the 2 puppets, man, I thought these things were amazing. I've still got one of my original Sectar figures somewhere.
Awesome.
But I wish I still had the puppet.
But he hasn't got his antennas. His antennas are missing.
Yeah, so it was a great line. I mean, that hive was one of the biggest play sets, wasn't it? It was huge, that hive.
It's massive. I saw it at Retro Blasting HQ. That hive thing is, I mean, I was sitting on the floor and it dwarfs. It's I would say 6-7 inches taller than like the Eternia Tower. I mean, it's huge and it's very wide too.
Yeah, it's an awesome piece. And that's funny as well. In that documentary, it shows you how they made the hive. They actually did it in 3 sections. So if you notice the hive, it goes up like that and goes up like that. And then they molded it all together and put it together because it was so big. So I thought that was impressive. Do you know what I mean? It was a really good documentary on him. But yeah, that's what it was, Si. So the Eternia playset was the same way. It was just too expensive as kids. Do you know what I mean? No one bought it really. That's why they're so hard to get hold of, especially box. I mean, how much are you talking box, Pete? A couple of grand at least.
Yeah, I've never
Eternia is $2,000 and up.
At least that, yeah. So there's some intricate pieces side. The monorail is very, very fragile on it. You know, they've got the chains on it and all that sort of stuff. So to find one complete, you're looking at an absolute fortune.
Well, it's like what Chris collects is. It's like when you see all them Power Rangers and stuff. You see a lot of Power Rangers figures. You see a lot of Power Rangers weaponry, swords and stuff, helmets even. But you don't see so many play sets. Or am I wrong there? I don't see many play sets when it comes to the Power Rangers.
I don't think there was that many play sets. Like they did the command center, and then they had little micro machine ones as well. But apart from that, I don't remember any other Power Ranger play sets. A lot of them were just the figures, the morphers, the weapons, and the Zords. Like that's because the thing that with Power Rangers. Like there wasn't that much stuff to be able to make a play set with, because they always battled in like other areas, like in different areas of the city constantly. Like they were never always in the same part of the city. So you know they they couldn't really do anything else. So a command center was basically the only play set type thing they could really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right, because most of it was outside, wasn't it? Filmed in like the wilderness, basically, or outside a skyscraper or something, wasn't it? And, yeah. Funny, it's just for a collection of so many figures, you think they'd have a couple out though, wouldn't you? Really?
Good point.
Yeah.
It's a very good point. Yeah. I wonder if they'll do it for the Indiana Jones line next year, though, Pete. You know, because you're getting the 6-inch line, the 3 3/4 inch line, and the retro line. So I wonder if they'll introduce play sets and vehicles for that. They've got to, haven't they? That, you know, the truck and the bike.
Yeah, the trucks, the marketplace, the Well of Souls, the map room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a treasure trove of what they've already, what Kenner did that Hasbro can do now, but they could take it even further. Even the Akator playset, have you seen that from the kind of the? It's as a playset, it's got quite a few features going on.
Was it the same thing as the Star Wars one, and they just remolded it for the Indiana Jones? They must have. Yeah, I know which one you mean. I know exactly which one you mean. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't particularly enjoy the movie, but as a playset, I'm like, okay, that's kind of appealing.
Cool.
So, how cool would that be to? I'm like, come on. I mean, I don't hold out much hope.
Yeah, I think we need it. I think we need it. It's like when Motor Origins came out. Then obviously the master. Sometimes you need a new toy line. You need something else to come that blows you away. And I think Indiana Jones will do it next time. That's why, going back to what we were saying about Bond before, I would always love a Bond 6-inch line. Can you imagine the characters and the Bond girls and the cars and the figure? I think we'd all collect that. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, the villain. I mean, the bases and play sets and headquarters they could do.
Yeah. Can you imagine the DC? You can have the DB5 and you can have all the but I suppose it's all those licenses, isn't it? I mean, you've got to license every Bond, you've got to license every girl, you've got to license every car.
Every car. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about multiverse. You know what? I've just been saying that about the Power Rangers, but apart from the Batman playset for the 66 line, I don't really think Multiverse have ever done a playset, have they, or a set?
No, that I've seen all of them.
I've seen no.
I tell you what would be a really cool set for DC, for like a DC line, is the Justice League Tower, or like the Hall of Justice, or the Hall of Justice, or whatever they call it.
For the retro line that's just come out. Was it the Power? Was it Super Power Friends?
Yeah, the DC one.
I've not they basically taken the vintage and then made it kind of modern. So I wonder if they'll do the Hall of Justice.
They probably will, because they've done the bikes, but what they've done with that line is they've modernized them. So unlike where Marvel's made them look exactly the same, they haven't. So that Batman, this is a new Superpowers Batman, and it's a different figure, just done in the retro look. Do you see what I mean?
Mm.
So it's a really cheap line. These are under $10, and then you got the back plane, which was $20. Superman's thing was $29. I mean, it's a really good line to collect.
If they do a Joker and a Harley Quinn, then I'll buy them.
They probably will, because they've just done the Flash, the Green Lantern's coming. The only reason I got into it is because Scuba sent me the 84 Superpowers Batmobile. And I'd never had that as a kid. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. And then I was looking at the actual Batman figure. And I said to Scoobs, no, I need one with a cape. He says, well, it's about $100, Shabby. And I was like, what the fuck? They paid $100 for that. So they came perfect. So, yeah. And they fit really well. So I'll collect
I just got a shipment from, what was it, the Cape Master. He's online and on eBay. He's a little cheaper if you go to like his online store, which is what I did. But I got an assortment of the Kenner capes, including Wonder Woman's Golden Lasso is in there too. So that's the way to go. I think you can get the assortment pack that fits the original Kenner figures for $60.
Well, I'm having a nightmare. I was talking to you about it a few weeks ago when we were having an Instagram chat. That's the original Superpowers Robin. But his cape is bloody ugly. You see what I mean? It's how dirty and stained it is. It's 40 years old, I suppose. I found it in an old barn. And the thing is, I'd love to know the best way to clean that cape. And I had so many people telling me, oh, you want to do this? But what do you think is the best way to clean that? Because you can see how stained it is.
Fabric cleaner, maybe, like.
Yeah,
But
like
how?
a little,
Do it in a washer? Do I wash it? Do I do it with a tooth? I don't want to damage it. It's not even draining.
I don't know if you guys have it over there, but like over here, you can get stuff that like you can use to like wash like your couches or your sofas, like if
The
they're-
green, stuff like that.
The best
Yeah,
person
maybe
to look at is it look for a guy on YouTube called Toy Polloy. I think
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
he's
Yeah.
he's probably got a video on how to actually clean stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I suppose I was going to ask probably, well, him or probably VTR. VTR probably know only vintage. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like as I said, I don't want to damage it at all. Like because that Batmobile you said, Pete, is flawless. It looks brand new. I can't believe
that's
the
a
condition of it.
great Nick.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
That was a nice price today, Pete.
Oh,
I had no idea that you'd put the Batman 89 in there as well. I knew you said you was putting that shell in, and I knew that was coming. When I took it off, I was like, he's put the 89 Batman in as well. Because I never had that. It's one I always missed. Never had it. So I was really happy with that. So thanks very much for that.
So I'm getting all these responses, and I agree with all these. But what I mean, guys, is how do I do it by hand? Do I put it in the washing machine? Do I use
By
a
hand.
tooth?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the
Sink.
washing machine. I would do it by hand.
By hand, right? Okay, right. Because I don't want to damage it.
Pretend you're doing your lingerie.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I know exactly how to do that.
Why have you got all your lights off, Chris? Is there a girl outside knocking on the door?
My camera that I'm using has a light built into it, so if I have all my other lights on, it washes me out completely, and I look like
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
I've got background lights on. What more do you want?
Yeah, fine, Si.
Just saying he went a bit dark then.
Throw it in with a load of laundry.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Probably do the giveaway in probably about the next 10 minutes. So just you want to get yourself ready for that.
If anybody hasn't entered to win a hand-drawn picture of Harley Quinn by Si down here, you're on that side of me on the screen, then all you have to do to enter is tag me in a picture of your collection on Twitter or Instagram. My handle is @thepeakyarrow, and I'll enter your name into the giveaway.
Good
Baz,
luck.
Baz didn't know how to do it, so he reached to my expertise.
Si, show it again. Put him on big screen, Baz, so he can see what he's doing. Let's have a look.
Some
This
Harley
one,
goodness.
it's not as big as others. It's just an A4. It's just Harley Quinn, and it's in pencil, and it's in Indian ink. It's the movie Harley Quinn as well, so a few Harley Quinns, which is signed. But whoever wins it, and if you want it actually signing to you, I can sign it to you as well. Yeah. That's A4 one. And you can stand it. Ooh, look at
Perfect for your office.
that. Yeah. Put it on the side.
Simon, when you're going to be honest and tell people that I do all the artwork? When you're going to be honest and tell everybody?
I would tell you something now, though. When me and Mark were younger, we both hammered art. And Mark was a good artist up to the age of 16, but he preferred women and nights out him. So that's what it was. It's,
I mean, doesn't everybody?
Did you?
Wow.
So he's more hands-on.
I was more.
I was just, it's all I ever wanted to do as a kid. I knew straight away from being a kid, I'm only ever going to be an artist. It doesn't matter what else I do, that's only going to be in the way. It's only going to be something I'm never going to stick at. I'm just going to leave. That's just it.
Well, the artistic gene that flows through your family, and I'm not just blowing smoke from your mom to Si, your art, Shabby, and Jen,
Dancing.
your furniture, dancing. That's right, you're
Yeah.
expressive dancing.
Well, I get my art from my mum. My mum's an excellent artist, so I do get my art traits from my mum. Really, you know, when my mum sits there, I mean, my mum, her art's mostly in tailoring. And what makes me laugh is that you lot see all the little dresses that she makes, but she also makes them for women, full size, and she makes some amazing gowns. And we've seen her make everything, haven't we, Mark? From bustle dresses.
Simon, I remember when we were kids and we had Action Men and we really wanted a Batman. Do you not remember when she made those Batman costumes for our Action Men when they were brilliant, Si?
I was pissed off as a kid because I had Action Man, but I wanted a Batman figure like that. Mum one night just stayed up and just stitched me a mint Batman outfit for me Action Man. did a Robin one, and it's great, weren't they? She was brilliant for that.
She was always
Do you still
awesome.
have it?
No, what a shame. No, I think Simon brought this up a couple of weeks back. Excuse me. We had a bunch of Action Man, and I don't know where it went. Ever since you said it, Si, I was like, where did it go? All that Action Man stuff.
I used to have a bunch of Action Man when I was a kid.
You had a lot, yeah.
Because I remember watching Smuggler's video when Smugglers did one on, and he had the Action Man bike and sidecar on the bike. And I said to Si, I had that, and Si said, yeah, we did, but where it went, I had no idea. I hadn't seen it.
The back of the sidecar, yeah.
Exactly. The back. It was awesome. Yeah.
There's one Action Man I wish I never sold, because I wish I kept it for a bit longer. And it was the year 2000 anniversary one, where it came with a watch that counted down to 2000. So it counted down to January 1st, 2000, and it was like the limited edition. Like, it was like an astronaut suit, and everything had like a little watch with it and everything. I think I sold it for about 50 quid.
Yeah. That's why I like watching Action Pop Dad when he does his Action Men and Analog Toys, because Action Man, let's be honest, it was a brilliant toy line. I mean, G.I. Joe, obviously, for you, Pete, but they just don't make them like that anymore, do they? The little stitching, the little, you know.
The way learning now as an adult, the history and the design processes that were going on at Hasbro, at Palitoy, and the fact that, you know, they were owned by this much larger parent company, you know, and shared things, you know, with the grip, and Palitoy figured out the flocked hair, and then Hasbro went,
yeah,
we'd love to use that tech, you know, as well. And they're like, you know, they worked out all that back and forth. So I mean, there was a lot of sharing, which is way cool.
It's a beautiful line. I mean, you know, I love watching videos on it, because we just don't get that anymore, do we? Do you know what I mean? We just don't get it. So it's awesome to have a look at them.
Like, I'm trying to remember what the place works. So when I picked this up, I was down in Lyme Regis, down on the south coast,
right?
And we were looking around at, like, trying to find like the seaside shops and stuff. And then we went into like this place. It was like Brick and Brack Emporium or something along those lines. And that's where I found the Beast Morpher for $5. And like, I was looking through like all the other bits, because it was like, it's kind of like you can rent out a space and sell whatever you want.
Yeah,
it's one of those type places. I was just looking through like all the different all the different sections people had set up to sell their stuff. They had a original the Ghostbusters headquarters play set.
Yeah,
the firehouse.
The firehouse that had that only had 2 walls, because it had the other 2 walls were.
And then you had the spiral.
It was. I tell you what, all it had was the 3 floors. Like it had nothing else. Like everything else, it just was missing from it. And I looked at it, and it was like 15 quid for a firehouse, and I was like, but so much is missing. I was like, I can't really
custom it into something else.
Yeah, just take it.
I was just like, I passed it up, because I was just like, so I would love to have had it like complete, and then I would have started collecting Ghostbuster figures to display on it. But I was like, with it like that, I couldn't really do anything with it. Plus, I don't have the room for it.
Could have done all, because remember the Hasbro re-released all the retro Ghostbusters last year. Super awesome, got me a lot, and I bought a few to open myself. So that would have been awesome to do that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and they were great figures. And it's funny as well, because me and G-Force went out a couple of weeks ago, and we found the Police Academy playset, which is the Ghostbusters playset, which I never knew. I never knew.
I didn't know that either. I saw that, and I'm like, what?
It's been modified a little bit. I think it's a little bit wider, but I can't believe it. When G-Force said that's what it is, Shabby, and I was like, no way, that, you know, after all these years, I never knew that.
Well, like, as a kid, you'd never recognize that, would you?
Well, that Ghostbusters, the original Kenner, didn't really have much going on.
No, it didn't.
It was, you just had the spiral where you could put a figure and try to get it to, you know, twist down.
Yeah.
And then the grid to dump slime on a figure. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that's why I like the Playmobil. I want the Haunted Mansion, the Scooby-Doo Playmobil one. And then it comes with loads of stuff, but it also there's 2 extra packs that you can buy to go in that mansion, like the banquet where it's got tables and all that sort of stuff. Awesome.
But I kind of had to pass it up because when you see a Ghostbusters headquarters, you want all the parts there. You want the fire pole. You want.
I've started picking them up.
Yeah, that's them. They're awesome.
Yeah,
What'd you snag it for?
But look, I'm picking them up.
£5. You dog.
Yeah, £5.
I've got that one for Reynolds. I've still got a bloody thing.
Is it Fearsome Flush as well? I picked them up for £4.
But like, I almost walked past the section this was in. It wasn't until my mum walked over there because she saw some like little Egyptian statues to give to my sister for her birthday. That like I kind of like walked over there with her just to see what else. I kind of got to see what else is there. I just saw 2 like plastic crates for the toys. Have a dig as you do when you see you have a rummage. And there was like the 10-inch Power Ranger figures, like the really tall ones. There was like 2 of those. There was like the really tall Marvel figures and like stuff like that. So I was just like coming like rummaging through, and then like that popped up at the bottom, and I was like, but it was led down like that. So I just saw the strap. So I was like, I had to pull the strap. I was like, it's a morpher. I was like, I just rummaged through the rest of the box, and I rummaged through the box next to it to see if the bit was that's missing was in one of the boxes, and that I was like, no. I looked at the price tag. I was like, £5. It's like,
oh, that's a good price.
Yeah, gotta
£5
get it.
for a morpher with a couple of missing pieces that I could probably scour eBay for.
Both the action pop dad.
Sweet,
Awesome.
Nick. You beautiful man.
Yeah, you've got to subscribe to Nick. He's got a great channel, hasn't he? He's just started and he's doing really well. He's very informative. It's very good, very entertaining. It's fun.
I've subbed to Nick's.
Yeah.
I subbed to Nick's channel when he was on the live stream a while ago, and I quite like his videos.
Yeah.
I picked up Fearsome Flush. Right, this is from a toy shop, Cry Toy Town.
See, I never found them, and they had them over here, but I never. Did you ever see them, Pete? The fearsome flush, and the eye, the big eye, but I never found them in America.
Yeah,
I want the big eyeball guy because I had that as a kid.
I tell you what, I was on eBay before the live stream, which is a dangerous thing because I've now bought more stuff. I've just spent around about like £60 on eBay. On some, what did I buy? I found a thing that makes 3D printed signs, like display signs for figures. They're only like small signs, but I bought 2 Power Ranger ones to go above my 2 Power Ranger shelves because
Oh, cool.
kind of want to make it complete. And I was looking for like something else, and it popped up and like it pops up on the bottom like recommended for you type sales. There was a DVD of Cubics, the indestructible robot. I don't know if anybody here knows of Cubics.
No.
I remember it because it came in. I think it was it early 2000s, Chris.
It was about late 90s, early 2000s, and it was a TV program. And I had the toys for it, and I saw the DVD. I was like, £5 for the DVD. I'm buying that. And then
The toys in B&M's, weren't they? Were the toys not in B&M's for them? Cubics. Sure, I've seen them in there.
They had them in.
Like I was looking through, like I quite often when I'm buying stuff, I quite often look to see what the other selling items are. And it had on like the DVDs. It was like buy one get another one 5% off. So I was like, I'll have a look see what other DVDs are. I got the entire season of Wacky Racers for £7.
Oh yeah.
I was like, the entire season of Wacky Racers. I was like, I used to love that show.
Yeah. What?
You seen this guy yet?
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Nutley.
That's Power Rangers.
It's Eye Guy from Power Rangers.
Yeah. That's mad.
I don't know if you can see mine. Mine is kind of like roughly.
I like your helmet, me. That's cool. That helmet you've got.
What helmet?
Your Power Ranger one with the. I can never remember his name. Visor, and it comes up at the top. That when you've got.
Lord Zed, the Lord Zed one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That.
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Isn't it, Pete?
That's awesome.
Game selling that the new first, I think it's 116 quid they want for a scubapete. And I'm hoping one day in the next few months that it goes down to like 30 quid. It's going to get hot,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to eat the super noodles for the next month.
I paid $99.99, so I paid basically 100 quid on Zavi for this. But I want to get the Lord Draken one because I want to collect the villain helmets.
Mm-hmm.
Like me at the moment, I'm trying to. I'm interested in other lines, like see what else is out there. But I'm really stuck because I like Thundercat Super 7, really like them. But I also like them gargoyles as well that have come out. So I'm a bit like I don't know which ones to start collecting really. Because I've been collecting them Joy Toy robots, but they're so hard to get over here. It's impossible to get them.
I've been Amazon at the minute. They've got the new Boglins in.
The Boglins, yeah, I remember we saw them.
I think it's like the new release Boglins, and I've always wanted one of the bigger, like the hand puppet ones because I had one as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we're selling them at the minute for 25 quid, and I'm so tempted to just buy one. It's like you say, is that I'm always I'm doing so many rabbit holes, it's unreal. I really don't want to go down another
Easy to do.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to make sure that what I do get next, I'm going to be into, and you know what I mean. That's why I'm sort of like taking me time. Do you know what I mean? Having a look.
It's kind of what I started getting into the Hago toy line, but because I'm limited, like this room is the YouTube studio, my bedroom, and the collections room all in one. So I'm short on space and the Lego.
Yeah, finite.
So like I'm really short on space in this room. So like once I get my 2 new display units, I'm getting the same ones I've got over there to go on this side of me. I'll be able to keep my non-Power Ranger stuff separate. So my non-Power Ranger stuff will be over here, and then all my Power Ranger stuff will be in the display units there. Because then I can kind of like that'd be Lego and Power Rangers over there. And then I can kind of like maybe try and go into like a little bit more of another line, or try and get some additional stuff to line.
Start hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't really. The only thing I used to have stuff on my ceiling. I used to have posters. Like I used to have like every inch of my ceiling was covered with a poster. You couldn't see any white. I've now taken them all down, and I've only got 2 things on my wall on my ceiling now. Like, you know, I've kind of grown out at that stage of like having a poster on your ceiling. You know, nobody wants to see that. You know,
time to hang some toys from the ceiling.
See, it's just like me, man. I never used to pick up like toy cars. Now, when I see anything Batman or movie or TV series,
I do anything pop culture. I pick up when it comes to Hot Wheels. Exactly right.
I've got the Battle Cat monster truck, and I've also got the Skeletor monster truck now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to do some more Masters of the Universe lines.
Yeah.
What's your next buying Lego, Chris?
So I've got the Infinity Gauntlet that they released.
Yeah.
Not long ago, released the Nano Gauntlet from Endgame. I need that one to kind of go next to. Lego, I'm kind of picky about because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of Lego because that's a very dangerous hole to go down.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to stick to one. I'm trying to stick to one type of Lego, and that's the Marvel sets.
Yeah.
So I've got the Daily Bugle, I've got the Sanctum, I've got the Carnage and the Venom heads. They did the Iron Man helmet head. I've got like all the the mech little play mechs they do with like the minifigures. I've started to like try and collect all of those because I'm thinking that's an additional minifig we could throw into like my battle, or like I could throw it in somewhere in the background of like the buildings and stuff. So like additional like I'm buying like the little the set that this is. It's giving me another 2 figures that I've already got that came with the Sanctum.
Right.
But like in my defense, like I'm doing a multiversal battle, so it doesn't matter if I've got two of the same figure.
Yeah.
And like what I've been sat here while we've been talking, and I've been like the cape that came with the Doctor Strange that came with that little set. I've started to like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I've started to like color it blue.
Making big, Baz.
Hang on.
You have to turn on
That's
the
what
lights.
he
Use
said.
the clapper.
I've started to like color it in blue.
Yeah.
So then like it'll be like the Doctor Strange that was in Multiverse of Madness where he had a blue cape instead of a red one. So then like
Very cool.
yeah, you can kind of see like my Lego collection there now.
Hey, Chris, that Volkswagen wallpaper you've got there is awesome, man.
I've had that for about 10 years.
That's really cool.
Like
I love
I
it.
did have on this bit of wall space here, I did have a pin board that's now down there, but I'm taking all my pin badges off and putting them inside a book instead now. On that wall is going to be a Power Ranger weapons display. So I'm going to pick out a load of my favorite weapons from Power Rangers that I've collected and put them all on display.
Man. Where'd you keep your dirty mags?
I don't have any. I use my phone for that kind of stuff.
So does Shabby.
But like, yeah, I've got an Iron Man helmet. I've got an actual Infinity Gauntlet. I've got Mjolnir. I've got like I've got obviously
That's
as you
cool.
can see there hung up on the wall. I've got the Master Sword from Zelda. Like,
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
Just
I like the black cabinets that you're using too. It really shows
like,
off
yeah.
the collection.
So because I've got black bookshelves, I kind of have to have black display cabinets.
Yep.
So like now
Yeah.
I've like all of my furniture apart from one thing, and that's my desk drawers are black. My desk drawers are white. Like because now I've got one bit of black furniture, I need everything else black. Else it just doesn't look right.
Yeah. Nope. Keeps that continuity. It looks sharp.
Oh, I did one other Lego set just here, but I can't pick it up and show you because it's connected by lights and the lights are on at the moment. But it's the Sonic Lego set that they did.
Oh, no worries. Is that the one with the funky looking?
Can you pan your camera?
I can try to.
Like Chrissy's kind of doing that. Just answer that. I mean, I would love to pick some of those figures up, but
Yeah,
I've never.
as you can see, the lights are on at the moment, so I can't move it because it's all attached. But yeah,
What's in the tank? A snake?
Yeah.
no,
what's in
that
the,
was. So I still need. I'm trying to sell that tank at the moment. That was my Bearded Dragons tank until he passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like,
Those guys are so cool.
I've got nowhere else to store it at the moment. So it's kind of just stayed there while I try and sell it.
Right, Chris,
Nice.
we've got 15 minutes left of live, so I think we should do this giveaway.
I think we
Definitely.
should. I've heard
Let's do it.
I know Shabby is.
Let me
Yep. Shabby's got to go see the principal because he's in trouble at school.
Right, I've had a few more names, so I need to add them into the list.
Excellent. Somebody's gonna win a tasty piece. Sai, I'm looking at my scuba Pete that you did for me just off camera, and when I go upstairs, we've got your Leia, indoor
Right,
Leia.
Yeah, you've got a few, my haven't you?
I used to have a huge one, Pete. When I had my toy collection in England, and Si did me this huge picture. It was like a widescreen, and it was a biker scout with a sniper rifle in Endor, and I absolutely loved it. And it was huge. So I've got a video of it, Pete. It's like a home video that I filmed of my. It's not a YouTube video, but I'll send it to you and show you. It's a huge picture that side. It must have been about a meter long, and it says biker scout in the woods
Wow.
firing a sniper. It was my favorite picture ever. I loved it.
Cool.
Let me just log into Twitter on my other.
Tasty.
I will.
Shabby.
Whoever wins,
Saucy.
I will show off the winning picture. So.
Did you see Connor's comment? Brilliant.
What does it say then?
There.
How old actually are you, Chris? How old are you? I don't even know how old you are.
I'm 28.
Oh, 2 years younger than me.
Plus VAT, Si, plus VAT.
I think, Baz, I don't know if my screen sharing is coming across to all of you guys. There we go. So here are all the here are all of the names. I think
If anybody else wants to come in on this Baz as well, just in case someone's missed out.
If anybody wants to join it, then put it in the chat so Chris can shove it in the, give everybody a chance to win this goodness.
Well, we've got 13 names, which is more than what we. I'm quite surprised how many. Like, I've been at work all week, so like I've had to like screenshot every tweet that I've seen come through while I've been at work, so I know
just to keep track.
Home, add them all
Ian
to
wants
the
on.
list.
Ian wants on G-Force. Have you got G-Force on it? Yeah, G-Force is there. Is Lack on?
Sweet.
Why are you doing this? I'm just going to nip to the loo for a sec. Won't be a sec. Unprofessional.
I don't need to be on it. I don't need to be on it because I actually drew it, so I'm fine. You don't have to put me on it. Action
pop
Dad. Yeah.
Lack.
I've already got you, Sivka.
Have you got Lack?
Keith.
And then the chats went like mental.
Left Coast. You've got to put Left Coast on.
Left coast.
And then you've got to put Lack on, LAK. Fabulous Disaster. Rolando. Bloody hell, everybody's here.
Awesome.
Oh, you got Rolando. Yeah, you got him, Chris. Nice.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Like, I couldn't keep track. Right, it's gone up to 18 now. Jesus.
Greedo. You put Greedo in.
Greedo, yeah.
Oh,
They gone. Is they gone in? Ian. I think Ian's in. Anyway.
Yeah.
if Shabby 2 wins, does he decide himself?
I'm pressing buttons I shouldn't be pressing. Who else was it?
I think that's it. Yeah.
Chantal, you in here?
Oh,
You
Shanti.
want in
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah, you've got Madam Chantal. You've got her. You've got
Okay.
Chantal.
Yeah, I've got
Oh, you've got to have the Queen of Harley in this.
I thought that was you, Baz.
Did you get Greedo in a Speedo?
No, I'm the King of Harley.
Or is it Green Doe?
Greedo.
Greedo.
That's it.
Greedo in a Speedo.
Greedo. That'll do.
I'm pressing buttons I shouldn't be pressing again.
I was
Did you get-
actually on the.
Oh, Keith Knight. Did you get Keith? Have you got Keith Knight in?
I'll put Keith in.
Right. Oh, it's exciting.
But it's doubled. We had 10 at the start of the live stream. It's now doubled.
Nice. Oh yeah, rum. Don't forget rum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Do we have to put,
He's
do we have to
lurking.
put rum in?
Well, you could just put Helena Christensen, and we all know it's rum.
Yeah.
Helena.
So if anybody's in the chat now and you can't see your name, now's the time to say it.
Yeah, I'll go from the top again. So we got Baz, Rory, our friend Mike, They Gone, Rolando, Claire, Sith, me, Chantal, Kat, DTM, Gerard, G-Force, Ian, APD, Left Coast, Gaycon, Fab, Greedo, Keith, Rum.
No, Connor. Where's Connor?
Oh yeah, Connor. Fuller.
What about Jonathan Redmond?
Jonathan Redmond,
Yes.
yeah.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson will suck my left toe.
After agree with you, Joe, like, Harley is hot.
No one would ever think you think that, Baz. Not with all the figures you've got.
I've probably got about 40 Harley Quinn figures.
It's ridiculous. That's too many.
And I've probably only got about 15 Jokers. I've got more Harleys than what I have Jokers.
I helped with.
Hang on.
I gave you one. I technically, we all gave you one Joker from the Discord.
And so,
Scuba, are you in it? Are you in it, Scuba?
No, I already own 2 of size fabulous pieces. I'm staying out.
I don't want it. I think it's rubbish. I think that's it.
Harley and Joker collections. I'm trying to get a Joker and Harley for each.
Right, I think that's it. What? I've never used this before. What should we say
minute.
as?
A minute.
Yeah, 1 minute's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours. Let's do.
Well, I could have set it for 2 hours.
Dude, I already
3 hours later.
Did I put a figure on?
Yeah. Yeah, but if you win it, Conor, you can just give it to
Oh yeah,
somebody
Mark.
else.
What about VTR?
Oh, vintage toilet.
Vintage Toy Rush Dave. Yes.
And if you put my name in, Baz, if I win it, I'm going to donate it to you.
I'll do the same thing. So if you put Shabby in, and then I'll do it. I'll give it to you, Baz, if I win it. I mean, I drew it anyway, so I might as well give it you.
Right. Is that it now?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah. Good
Let's
luck.
see, right, good luck, everybody.
A fine day for racing here on the river.
That duck's got my real hair.
There's normally a Batman
Look.
duck, isn't there?
VTR's he's a vampire duck. Blah blah blah.
I love how I'm the pink duck. Why am I the pink duck?
What I've noticed off Salacious, it's normally those at the back that seem to run to the front, isn't it? Last thing.
Yeah.
Yep, always.
I'm going to win. I'm at the top. I win. I'm keeping it.
Oh, that's 10 seconds. Who's gonna?
Look at Shabby, mermaid duck.
I got Shabby. Your duck is brilliant.
Final stretch.
Oh,
Oh, VTR.
oh,
Oh, Dave wins.
hey.
Well
Congrats,
done,
Dave.
VTR.
Well done, Dave.
Well done.
Well done. I'm on the wrong screen.
Rigged.
There we go. You all right, ducks? Go to bed. Shut up.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, actually, for people coming in, if there's anybody that really did want one of them, I'm actually getting some prints made as well. So obviously, VTR winning will get the original, but if anybody wants a print, just tag me. I mean, just let me know in Twitter, and I'll send you a print.
You big softy. Charge them 50 quid each. What's the matter with you? Do you know what I mean?
It's nice that they
Yeah,
come
you're
in
gonna
and
have to
support my art.
Pay for the
Yeah,
heating
that's
bill
awesome.
this winter.
That's awesome, Si. What a nice thing to do, mate. That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Thanks for doing a lot of things for making something like offering something for a giveaway.
Oh, well, like I said, I always watch this show. I watch it every Thursday. Do you know when you're on? It's just a shame that Dave isn't here. You know, it'd be nice if Dave was here as well. But obviously, going to America, hang around
Shout out
talking
to
to me.
Dave.
If Dave was here, you wouldn't have me as a wonderful co-host. So
You do this show as well. Of course, we'd have you on. You'd be on as well, wouldn't you?
if you didn't have me, if I wasn't here, who would have done everything for the giveaway? You know.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
We would
true.
have had to use actual ducks.
Yeah, we get a bathtub and just pour ducks into it.
We could have got Geek Strong to do a video from his house with all those ducks. Put it that way.
Did you see that comment then, Mark, by Christian?
What did it say?
See if Baz can put it back up. About 2 comments ago, Baz.
Size definitely nice, brother.
Next one after that. It's after that. No. But anyway, whatever it was, Christian's telling the truth there, Mark. He's telling the truth.
Yeah. I've never really liked him, though, have you? This has been an awesome afternoon. I've enjoyed this. This has been a good afternoon. Thanks,
I
Baz.
think you come into this community, you realise as well that, you know, I've met some absolutely fabulous artists through all this, you know, from Chris to Christian's an amazing artist. Mm-hmm. Red 5 Designs, amazing artist. Then you look at Tubbs's work on Tuesday nights, that's brilliant as well. You know, there's a lot of good artists. Yeah. Jen is another one. Mark's Jen is amazing.
Brilliant.
See, I've never trusted her.
Oh man. Oh.
Damn. I'm also doing the live streams and being a part of like the Twitter community as well. You're very welcome, because it was Shabby that told me to jump onto Twitter, and I didn't realise I already had a Twitter account. If I knew that, I would have been on months and months ago.
Ages ago.
I've always said the same thing. Collecting, we're all in different parts of the world, in different states, different countries, different towns. And toy collecting can be a lonely thing. You know, if your family aren't interested in it, you haven't got many friends around you that are interested. So I think the best thing about our community is how welcoming we all are to everybody. You know, I would hate anybody in our community not to feel welcome, not to feel. I mean, there's enough room for all of us. So, and we should be very proud of ourselves, what we've built. We've built something amazing over these past few years. We really have. And so I love it. I love this community to pieces. Everyone's been so supportive of me, and it just makes you want to do it for everybody else. You know,
But that's the thing. I've always been, even when I've done Twitch, if people followed me or and they streamed, I would follow them and check them out. So I do the same thing. Is whenever I get a new subscriber and it pops up whoever that subscriber is, I always go to their channel. I take a look. If I subscribe, I help them out because they've helped me out. I constantly, I support others when they support me, which is the best way to do it.
But that's the thing, when people reach out, I've done it myself when I reach out and I want to do a community video or other people's streams or help. Everybody's so supportive to everybody, and I love that about this. Do you know what I mean? There's no egos. We're all just doing it for the love of it. We're having a laugh and a joke. We come off this live stream, we're straight into Twitter talking, or Instagram watching everybody's.
Don't skip a beat.
Yeah.
It's just like last week, man. Last week I hit 300 subs, and I thought in a million years I wouldn't have hit 300.
Right on.
That's what it's all about. Slowly but surely, you build yourself up. You get to meet more people. The only thing I can say is everyone's just, like I said, just so friendly, so nice. There's not, you could sit there talking to Shanti for a night, or Sif Care Bear, or VTR, and everybody will approach. Everybody will be the same way, and that's what I really, really like. We went from, we took a negative like COVID, and we turned it into something beautiful, didn't we? Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? And it's been brilliant.
Like what you said a couple of weeks ago on the USR, we're more like family now.
All of us are. That's the thing. What happens now is when you watch everybody's videos on YouTube, it's your friends making these videos. It's your pals doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's so important.
I more or less have Baz to thank for me being a part of this community, because I was on the Facebook group Toy Division. If I wasn't in that and I hadn't seen a post one day of me and a friend doing a video call, I would never have met Baz, which means I never would have met you lot. I wouldn't have met half the people I now know in the toy community who helped me.
It's all about everybody shared everybody. That's the thing, Chris. It's not as if Baz has got his own mates. Scuba's got his. Everybody knows everybody. You've seen it in the chat. Look, wait to see USR tomorrow, or 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard, or Salacious' Hangout Monday. You'll see the same people, and that's what I mean. That's how we've built. That's what I mean by we built. Nothing to do with subs and views. It's to do with what we've built. And the 90s, this is it. 10 years from now, when we look back at this, it's like there's a guest coming on USR tomorrow. Sorry to plug USR. I know it's not the USR, but there's a person coming on tomorrow which has been part of this community since day one. And I was looking through the messages and I realised, my God, it's been nearly 3 years I've been messaging this person already. Do you know what I mean? It's just things like that you think, wow, man, we've known each other for so long now, all of us. You know, and all the new people like Lack that's coming along, or Ian or anybody else. It's great.
Chantel's comment there. Look at his comment, Chantel's.
I know, I just enjoy it. I know.
I'm active on Twitter, and I had.
Exactly. But I always find the positive. I look at the outlook of it, you know.
Yeah. Look at my ear. Shabby.
He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry.
No, but listen, I know what you're saying, Mark, for things like that, because I'm not the loudest person. I'm not one for making like shows and YouTube and stuff like that. And when my Twitter started, it's the only thing I really run, apart from Instagram. And Claire used to run that for me. And I only had 72 subs in the beginning. And I look at it now, and I'm nearly at 400 on Twitter, which is enough for me, you know, because I can't entertain anybody really, so I'm no good on YouTube and stuff. Well, people do generally support what you do. And some of the things I've sent off people, I mean, I'm not going to go because there's so many of them, from Pete yesterday to all the Irish lads to everybody, Luke Reynolds, everybody. You know, I've had some stuff that's just left me overwhelmed that's come through the door. But what I really like about that, it's like, just for one story out of everybody, it's like when you and Jeff went to Joe Fest. You're at Joe Fest, you think of me. You know, and I love things like that.
Yep.
You know, I mean, somewhere like that, they think of somebody else.
I know what you mean, Sight. Steve Care Bear was in the toilet and he thought of me.
Can I just say something? Like, while being on this live shoot, I've now just hit 130 subs. I was on 125 at the start of the stream. So
that's because people now know you know me. That's what it is, kid. You know me now, so your channel's gone way up. That's what it is.
So thank you for everyone who's subbed and followed me on Twitter and subbed to me on YouTube today. I started my channel. What was it, Baz? A year ago now. I've been doing YouTube videos.
How long?
About a year.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's fun though, isn't it? It's fun to do. Do you know what I mean?
I started off as just doing like the odd 1 or 2 videos on my Megazord collection, and now I've kind of grown away from Power Rangers content. I now do movie trailer reviews, food experiments, and anything. I've got a book that's got about 6 pages, double-sided, filled with just ideas that I want to do for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to. I kind of like when I started thinking about doing YouTube, I didn't want to set on just one certain topic because that can, sometimes that can be a downfall of a channel because they don't branch out to stuff. But then if you do branch out, that can also be a downside because you have one too many boots in one boat kind of thing. But it's kind of worked in my favor. I think I just have that kind of personality. Then what I do, it just kind of like I have an energy that just.
Chris Meara at Chasing 80s once said to me, Shabby, you make your videos for the people that watch, not for the people that don't. And that has stuck with me for the past 2 years. Do you know what I mean? That he's exactly right. That's what you do. So,
it's like our mantra.
The great grandfather of the community.
Well, that's just past the 2 hours, and I know Shabby has to go.
Yep.
As soon as this finishes, so I think we'll just call this one a night.
Thanks for having us on, Baz.
It's been brilliant. Thanks, Baz. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. That thing was awesome, man, you gave away. That's awesome, Si. Good luck.
Yeah, and I've got something for VTR anyway this week, so I'll just put it with that and send it to him.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in. Thank you to you three for jumping on with us.
Can I just say as well, USR tomorrow, the USR stream is on my channel, and watch it because we've got a great guest tomorrow. A great guest. I mean, someone we all know. Is it Si? No. Someone we like. So it's.
I like Si. Don't worry. I like you, Si.
Thanks, pal.
Oh, Arsai is the lovely. I don't know what to do with that Arsai. He's awesome. Awesome bloke.
Well, just hopefully the next time he comes up this way, hopefully he'll probably meet in person, hopefully.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And we're looking at around the 17th of October. I'm coming up to see Rick. And like I said, Rick's round the corner from you. Right round the corner.
Yeah,
You know Aberdara Road, don't you, the long one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where Rick lives, so Rick will be like, cheers, Si. No, it's a long road.
Cheers, Lack. Cheers, pal.
Oh, to tell you, Mark, it's beautiful where Baz lives up that end, you know. Really is nice.
Yeah, I love Scotland. It's a beautiful country. It really is.
Mm.
It's just a shame it's full of
Baz.
Scottish.
Go like Clary.
Baz, next week, are you and David back in action?
No, Dave's not back until November. He's away for 3
All
months.
right, well, we'll see you all next week then. We'll all be back on next week.
Yeah, you're stuck with me as a co-host
I think
until
it's,
Dave.
I'm sure his last stop is Florida. I think he's going
Wow,
to try
I
and
thought you were
get
just
away.
doing like a fortnight or something.
No, he's away for 3 months.
Holy smokes. It's good to be
I
Dave.
think I'm sure he says he was back like the second week in November or something.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Left Coast doing something with what is it? Super Awesome today, aren't they? They're doing their play sets. No, we're Geek Strong. We're Geek Strong. Left Coast and Geek Strong.
Oh, yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
good. Yeah, we're watching that.
Yeah, collection flexing.
That's it. Oh, that'll be good. What Rick Dino? That'll be awesome.
Cool.
As I said, man,
Shabby.
anytime you want to come back on Scuba, just give me a message on Twitter and we'll set something up.
Cool.
Depending on
Thank you,
how
sir.
you're feeling. I know.
Well, I said next time I'll come back on. I promised Dave that when Dave comes back, we'll come on again when Dave comes back.
Oh, yeah, we'll give him a proper.
We were kind of talking about that before we went on holiday. It's like just pity when they're going on holiday so quickly. And it's like when he comes back, I says, we'll try and get Si and that back on again kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll come on with Dave, yeah.
Definitely.
Cool.
But we'll call this one a night because I know Shabby needs to get going or he'll be in trouble.
Yep.
You'll leave us out in a minute.
Real trouble.
But thanks again for joining the chat and coming on. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.